Hello and welcome. You're watching Explained by NewsX. My name is Vineet Malhotra. Tonight we delve into a monumental development coming out of Washington. Well, the United States and China, the world's two largest economies, have struck a one-year trade deal on the supply of crucial rare earths, marking a new chapter in their economic relationship. So what exactly have the two sides agreed upon? Why does it matter? And how did we arrive here after a year of trade tensions and tariff war? Well, the deal was signed today in Busan, South Korea, on the sidelines of the Asia-Pacific Economic Cooperation Summit in what was the first face-to-face meeting between the two leaders in 6 years. Amongst key issues discussed during the Trump-Xi meeting were the export controls on rare earths announced by Beijing this month. The key agreement aims at de-escalating tensions between the two economic superpowers that have been brewing for some time now. The core feature of the deal is the agreement from China to pause its recently imposed export controls and licensing requirements on rare earth minerals for a specific period. Now, this may not be the comprehensive overhaul many hoped for, but it is a significant step back from an escalating trade war that had already cost billions, disrupted supply chains, and rattled businesses and markets around the world. US President Donald Trump has hailed the talks between the two leaders, calling it a truly great meeting for the world and not just the US. Listen in to what President Trump said about the deal.
Well, I think pretty soon. We have not too many major stumbling blocks. We have a deal. Now, every year we'll renegotiate the deal, but I think the deal will go on for a long time, long beyond the year. We'll negotiate at the end of the year, but all of the rare earth has been settled. And that's for the world. I mean, worldwide. This, I guess you could really say this was a worldwide situation, not just a U.S. situation. So we continue to produce the rare earths and buy the rare earths and everything else, when you see from other countries. But China is, that whole situation, that roadblock is gone now. There's no roadblock at all on rare earth. That will hopefully disappear from our vocabulary.
So what exactly transpired at the meeting between Trump and Xi? Well, the meeting saw not only a rare earths deal but multiple agreements between the two superpowers. President Donald Trump took to Truth Social to elaborate on the deal, stating that the two sides agreed on many things, including, of course, China's decision to continue the flow of rare earth, critical minerals, magnets, etc. to the US. The one-year extendable deal is crucial for the US, as China is the top nuclear and processor of rare earth minerals, which are needed to make fighter jets, robots, electric vehicles, and other high-tech products. China had previously tightened export restrictions on the 9th of October. And apart from the rare earths deal, the United States has also now agreed to slash fentanyl-related tariffs on China from 20% to 10%, effective immediately. Trump reiterated that the overall tariffs would drop from 57% to 47% after talks on fentanyl curbs. Trump also announced that China has strongly stated that it will work diligently with the US to control fentanyl flow into the country. Additionally, China has agreed to resume its larger scale purchase of US agricultural products, including soybeans, which had previously been a major sticking point in trade negotiations between the US and China. Trump stated that he was extremely honored by President Xi's decision to resume the purchase of US soybeans, the sorghum, and other farm products. Trump also hinted at an upcoming energy deal between US and China, stating that China will begin the process of purchase of American energy. The US president stated that a very large-scale transaction may take place concerning the purchase of oil and gas from Alaska. The energy teams of the two countries are likely to meet shortly. Well, the signing of the deal today is the culmination of escalating tensions between the two countries that have particularly been exacerbated since US President Donald Trump's second term. The deal has implications for both nations. For the United States, the deal means guaranteed access to China's rare earth supplies as well as relief for American farmers via new purchase orders. The deal can also be viewed as a political win for the White House amidst repeated back and forth between both countries. Meanwhile, for China, the deal marks the partial rollback on the country's key exports as well as some sort of trade stability. The move also gives China a chance to reset relations without conceding on tech controls. While today's signing is a cause of some relief, it is important to remember that this is phase one, with many of the fundamental disagreements between the two sides remaining unaddressed. These include industrial subsidies, concerns of cyber theft, and deeper issues of data localization and broader access for US companies in a range of sectors. The deal is being framed in a positive light by both sides, with the two countries viewing the development as a revitalization of ties after the fragile trade truce signed between them last month. The stabilizing agreement comes amidst fluctuating relations, with Chinese media reporting that Xi urged that China and the US should work together to accomplish greater things. Jinping also reportedly said that China's development goes hand in hand with Trump's vision to make America great again. Markets, however, reacted differently. Wall Street futures turned sharply lower today as optimism from earlier in the week quickly faded. Markets viewed the Busan meeting between Trump and Xi as ending with no major breakthrough. US stock market futures today showed the Dow Jones Industrial Average down 200 points after gaining over 110 points earlier. The S&P 500 slipped 16 points and Nasdaq futures fell 60 points, with traders selling into strength following a brief recovery. The Shanghai Composite was also down 0.73%, and markets viewed the 90-minute meeting as having produced only modest results after months and months of ups and downs. Although the Chinese government released a statement confirming the suspension of a 24% reciprocal tariff for 1 year and said it would pause rare earth export restrictions and cooperate on TikTok and technology license discussions, markets saw this as a symbolic gesture, not a breakthrough deal. While Trump has described the rare earth issue as settled for now, analysts view it as a truce rather than a comprehensive solution. While the 1 year pause provides immediate relief and stabilizes supply chains for US and global manufacturers, China still maintains its dominant position in the mining and processing of these critical minerals. The US will continue its long-term strategy of building alternative domestic and allied supply chains, but this will take years to fully materialize. The need to renegotiate the deal annually also ensures that the rare earth supply will remain a consistent point of leverage and potential tension in US-China discussions. To sum up, the deal provided a significant de-escalation of the trade war, removing the immediate threat of a crippling rare earth supply crunch and higher tariffs. However, the 1 year term and the consensus that a strategic rivalry remains prevented a major celebration in the stock market and a surge. We take a short break. We'll be right back.